listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation.
Yo, man, it's Fred. Listen, don't forget to like and subscribe to our New Orleans Talk Network page on. Keep going. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Fred. Listen, don't forget to like our page on YouTube, FanView, Facebook, FanView, and on Twitter, FanView New Orleans.
Holla at you, man, in the app with us, and we gonna make this thing on the pop and New Orleans Talk Network. With real fans talk about real sports. Get it, G. And not only sports, it's everyday activity and life, man.
My name is Jaquan Jackson, SMU commit, and you're tuning into FanView.
Yo, what's up? It's Pooga Williams, 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live on New Orleans Talk Network.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
FanView Live, where real fans talk about real sports, only on the New Orleans Talk Network. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, because we're not just a sports talk show, we're a talk show about sports.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the...
Thursday of 2018. Welcome. I'm joining FanView's Real Fans Talk Sports. Listen, it's your boy Fred.
GSportz in the building. Coach Hurricane Hint.
Man, we got an impact show for y'all again, man. We did 52 weeks, man. 2018, it's coming to a close, y'all. The last Thursday of the year. And we still about that sports talk. Got a lot to gossip about, a lot to talk about. First and foremost, happy holidays to everybody. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I hope your New Year's is going to be just as well. I hope y'all have a lot of, hope y'all had some good food. Hope y'all, get your cabbage on Tuesday. Or your black eyed peas, whatever.
Your money coming in?
Yeah. I hope whatever you didn't accomplish in 2018, you ain't going to accomplish it. But here's the deal. 2019 is right around the corner. Again, happy holiday, everybody. And again, I always give a shout out and salute to the armed forces and military, the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, First Responder, Coast Guard, local police department, local fire department. Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much. And no one else gives y'all a salute each and every Thursday. FanView Live will give y'all that salute. We got a lot to discuss in sports. First and foremost, Saints.
Who that?
We in the building.
Who that?
We in the building.
Who that? The Super Bowl will come.
Through New Orleans.
Who that?
For people that don't know, the Saints locked up the #1 overall seed this past Sunday with their victory over the Steelers. Now, I know you got some Steelers fans out there. You got a little bitter.
Oh, well.
You feel like the game got away from you. You feel like there was a couple of calls that didn't go your way.
Deal with it. In sports, shit happens.
That grease. Coach Hurricane ain't coming with it.
Man, look. I coach a position, and I play the position that you don't get a penalty call all game. And guess what? They hold you every play. Do we cry about it? No, you just got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. I mean, I can see if it was the last play of the game, you have an opportunity to win. Mm-hmm. And guess what? You still had an opportunity to win. What you do? Juju shitted on himself.
He pissed down the leg.
His name should be Juju Shit Smoosher this week, because he made it all about. And see that, look, that's the irony of sports. When you're making it about yourself, God gonna give you the opportunity to show what you about. And he wasn't about it. He put the big Instagram post up. Oh, I'm hurt. Yeah, I'm hurt. But I'm gonna go out there and play. My team need me. I need to be out there. Woo, woo, woo. That whole paragraph. And then you had the shining moment, baby. You had the shining moment. And then for my boy, D tackle, Sheldon Rankins, hustle downfield, make you fumble the ball to steal the game. What more can I say? Hey, I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but when
you need to be.
You need to be. I really don't.
Come over to the good side.
Nah, he stole.
Come over to the good side.
He stole Biggie stuff. The proof. I got it. My boy Biggie like that. But when he fumbled, I just felt that Jay-Z verse just came in my mind. What more can I say? Because it was over with, baby.
That was it. That was a wrap, man. Listen, Saints came up big. against the Pittsburgh Steelers, setting up home field advantage throughout the NFC. Super Bowl comes through New Orleans. Obviously, the Saints are 13-2, impeccable season. Very, very dominating season for New Orleans Saints. They went on the run with 10 straight games. Only 2 losses came to Week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and obviously against the Dallas Cowboys on the road, man. But what are some of your takeaways about this game? Because I know a lot of Steelers fans out there. I'm telling y'all, they have some Steelers fans who hit me up on Twitter, on IG. Y'all feel bad. This is your moment in time. If you want to grieve and get your moments out, let's get it out. A lot of fans feel like, the Alvin Kamara, in the end zone was in the pass interference on Joe Hayden. Some fans feel easing at them on the 4th and 2 before they got a chance to, to punt the ball, that it was not pass interference on Joe Hayden again against Mike Thomas. They feel like some calls really didn't go their way. But at the end of the day, like Coach Chen said, you guys, Juju did fumble the football. Antonio Brown had a great game. I think he had 14-some catches, 180-some yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, Antonio Brown displayed why he's the best wideout in the game. Juju had 11 catches. Big Ben was Big Ben, but, the Steelers didn't have a rushing attack. They didn't run the football. I remember recall the start of the 3rd quarter. I don't even think they had a running down in the 3rd quarter. But the Saints just still kept being in the, kept being drives alive, keeping different, Drew Brees moving the football. Mike Thomas displaying why he's one of arguably a top 5 receiver in the game. But what's your big takeaways from this game, GSportz?
I was really impressed with we got stops when we needed. Like I keep going back and saying, this reminds me of 2009 when, we had those games against the Redskins, the Dolphins. Those games, we found ways to win. Right. When we was down 28-24, they go for it on 4th and 5, which was one of the stupidest 4th down. Like, I just don't understand what Mike Tomlin was thinking about when he went for that on his own, 38-yard line. I just don't understand what he was thinking about. Why would you want to give that momentum to us in the dome when you know how crazy we act down here? You don't want to give us that kind of momentum, and that's what they did. And the play call, I like the play call for if it was 4th and 2, but it was 4th and 5, and then
you talking about on the punt?
On the punt.
On the punt.
And for Ricks to get up and celebrate the way he did, he should have been on Breakfast Club and got Donkey of the Day. Because you weren't even close to getting the first down. Then your teammate, he's celebrating with you. It was just all the way bad around the board. I think that was a key turning point in the game. Right. The pass interference with Alvin Kamara, I'm going to just keep it a bang. That wasn't pass interference. The refs let us off the hook. Joe Hayden did put his hand on his back, but he never impeded his progress to jump for the ball. Right. Everybody talking about just because he had his hand on his back, it was pass interference. No, in my opinion,
I think we got bailed out.
We got bailed out. That wasn't pass interference. But look, hey, I'm not going to complain. I'll take it any way I can get it. Now, the 4th down play when he ran the slant, come on now, Joe Hayden, you jumped up. Some of your teammates, y'all fell all on the ground. That was clearly pass interference. You mugged the hell out of Mike Thomas. You grabbed him, you pushed him, you pulling his jersey. It was pass interference. We deserved that one. But with all that being said, Drew Brees, 27 for 39, 326 yards, and a touchdown. He had a hell of a game. I think Teddy again was the key in this game for our offense. The key point in the game, 3rd and 25, or 3rd and 20, we find Teddy again for a 25-yard gain on an in route across the middle of the field, and he's wide the hell open.
Big time.
And I keep telling people, when Teddy again came back to practice last week, that was big. Is Teddy again a household name? Oh, hell no. But we know what he does for this defense. I mean, for our offense, because when you got somebody like Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara coming out the backfield, Teddy again does so much because he stretches the defense, and you got to account for him when you put him in motion, you put him in the slot. And that's what happened. They ran 2 verticals. Right. Teddy again right underneath, wide open. And I think that was the key turning point in the game and why we was able to get this victory. We couldn't run the ball worth the down. Mark Ingram, 3.2 yards a carry. Kamara, 3.3. But we still found a way to win. And our defense, I can't say enough about Von Bell. Von Bell has been playing phenomenal ever since probably around week 9, week 10. Mm-hmm. He's been having a hell of a year. I like how he's coming up in the run game. That was one of the knocks that he had on him coming out of Ohio State. In Ohio State, he was a free safety. Right. He was a ball hawk. He wasn't known for tackling. This guy's coming up, getting strip sacks, sacking the quarterback, making open field tackles. He's playing big.
He's playing big.
I love the way he's playing. I was a little concerned with how our secondary played. I know we're going against arguably the best receiver in the league and Antonio Brown. I didn't like the confidence I saw and the swag I saw out of Lattimore on Sunday. Lattimore didn't have that same swag he usually have on Sunday. He looked at he looked like he lacked confidence on Sunday. He looked like the moment was a little too big for him. I know him and Antonio Brown probably was jaw-jacking a little bit, but he didn't look like a top 5, top 7 corner in the league on Sunday.
You're going against a bad man now.
But I don't give a damn. In the NFL, when you play corner, everybody know you got to have a short-term memory, and he didn't have that on Sunday.
It's a bad man, man.
And we got to give kudos to Dennis Allen. Man, people can say what they want about this man. Beginning of the season, everybody was saying we needed to fire him. I think he's doing a great job knowing when to show pressure, when to send pressure, when not to send pressure, when to rely on his front four, disguising, sugaring his coverages on the back end. We're doing a great job sending pressure and getting key turnovers when we need it. Sean Payton talked about it in the press conference. He said, he was like, it seemed like y'all starting to get turnovers in key moments. And Sean Payton said, look, he said, that's a testament to Dennis Allen and our defensive coaching staff. They talk about this strip sack, shooting for the ball when somebody's running in front of you, how to punch the ball out. He said, we talk about these things. They talk about these things in their meeting. This ain't nothing that we surprised about. This is some of the stuff we talk about on a weekly basis, and now it's coming to fruition during the game. And it looked like everybody's on board. Demario Davis. I mean, I can go. The list goes on and on. Tyler Davison. This guy is playing out of his mind this year. Our front four is playing great. Davenport, we all know about Cam Jordan.
Right.
They playing great. So when our defense is playing like that, I mean, that's a hell of an offense we went against on Sunday. They put up 28 points. Yeah, Roethlisberger threw for 350. Yeah, but I was happy the way we got stops when we needed. And like I say, we find different ways to win every week. And that's the true testament of the coaching staff finding different ways to motivate us, finding different ways on how to win. And it ain't always gonna be pretty. And that's a true showing of a team that's ready to compete to win for a Super Bowl. It's gonna be ugly. Some games it's gonna be pretty. Sometimes it's gonna look like we don't know what the hell we doing on offense, like we did against Tampa and Carolina and against Dallas. But Drew Brees came out on Sunday and had a hell of a game. He only had one touchdown, but he threw for 326 yards.
Pittsburgh got to do a better job. I mean, you get the block field goal, and then in the very first possession of that game, you had a false start. You got to stop shooting yourself in the foot. And it's the problem with Mike Tomlin teams: pre-snap penalties. False starts. And I think on the last drive before the Juju fumble, they had a false start against Antonio Brown. You can't have that.
But in a dome, it's tough now.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
It's tough to hear in a dome. The communication is tough in a dome.
It's tough in the dome. It's tough in Arrowhead. It's tough in Seattle. I mean, you can think about half the games across the NFL that it's going to be tough football. It was tough in Dallas. Yeah. At the end of the day, the thing with Mike Tomlin is you got to coach your team. To me, not attribute pre-snap consistency, flags, I attribute that to coaching. Mike Tomlin, you got to get this team. I attribute that to coaching. Pre-snap. I ain't talking about post-snap. I ain't talking about holding. That's execution. But pre-snap, false starts and things of that nature.
Man, I got to stop.
That dome is something serious to play.
It is.
First of all, the head coach don't control the pre-snaps of an offense unless he's the OC. The OC controls
like a Sean Payton.
The pre-snap, pre-snapping language and all that stuff, and the philosophy. See, the head coach for the NFL, his job is to game manage the whole team and the coordinator, not to micromanage. Now he can't teach whoever. I don't know who the OC is right now. He can't teach they philosophy because guess what? 9 times out of 10, he don't know his philosophy. That's the guideline truth. So you never hear Sean Payton really talk about the X's and O's of the defense because the guideline truth is he don't know the philosophy that Dennis Allen got, and that's how it's set up. So who
gets the credit?
I think Sean Payton knew.
He don't.
I think he knew. I think he knew. Sean, if you don't go 12-2 and you don't know what the hell going on.
No.
He might not know. The exactly
what scheme?
Yeah, exactly. Play for play and on third down, what he like. He might not know all of that, but he know what Dennis Allen, what his philosophy is and his scheme is, and basically what they're trying to do on defense. He knows that.
I think
there's no way he don't.
It's not uncommon
Well,
it's not.
I agree with that.
It's not.
I agree with that. But the great, so you think Belichick?
No, that's a totally different monster. Because Belichick hires guys that he molds, so he knows. So like he never goes outside to hire a guy. He always hire up within.
But you telling me you think the person that how detail oriented Sean Payton is? This guy is one of them. This guy is like he pays attention to you if your shoes untied. If you got a different color shoestrings in your shoe. I just it's hard for me to believe he doesn't know what Dennis Allen's philosophy is on defense.
I'm just telling you. You can just.
I would tell you this, but I think he knows who's most penalized.
I give you the cheat sheet to tell if they understand the philosophy. When something happens, they not going to the coach. They going to
what you mean the coach?
Instance, if a big play, if just pay attention. If a bust happen on defense, he going up to Dennis Allen. Not man, what he in that conversation. Because the plays happen so fast, and you got to get a play, you got to shake it off, especially as a play call. You got to shake it off and let it go. In that conversation, we like, man, who was supposed to be there? That's what he's doing. That means you don't know the philosophy. But I'm just telling you, somebody who's been on all different parts of it. You know, I'm not saying that he's ignorant of the fact, but when you fully know the philosophy, all right, you brought up Belichick. I'm gonna go a step down. Look at John Harbaugh.
Okay.
Something happens on special teams, defense, and offense. He automatically going to the player. He not going, man, coach, who was supposed to be there? He going right there, hey, look, man, we supposed to be firing right here. What you supposed to do when we fire? That's you.
I can't determine it off that though. I can't determine. I just it's hard for me to believe a coach that's this successful in the NFL, won a Super Bowl, 12-2, is on the verge of winning his second Super Bowl,
and don't know
doesn't know
13-2,
doesn't know what's going on the defensive side of the ball.
It's a difference between knowing and knowing the philosophy. It's a big difference.
I think he know the philosophy. He might not know the script.
Defenses ain't got no script.
Well, what the hell Dennis Allen got in his hand when he looking?
That's a play. That's a reminder sheet. Defense, you can't go on the script on defense.
What I'm saying, that's what I mean. He got a script on third down. This is my third down calls on third and longs. This is my second and shorts, first and long. What you telling me he don't have that on his call on his preseason?
What I'm looking at is I'm looking at penalties.
It's all personnel.
I'm looking at penalties.
I'm telling you, I guarantee you look at that play. You look at that play sheet. They're gonna say 12, 11, 10, empty, flex. They're gonna say that like, all right, what I'm comfortable in, what we do in this situation. Because I'm gonna take defense. 9 times out of 10, it really don't be no call. If you line up right, it's automatically in. The call that you want is automatically in, just off alignment. Now, if you want to do something else out of it, all right, but the players already know. All right, if he, for instance, if we got 3 safeties in the game, we know the 2 middle backers can blitz because we ain't got to worry about them dropping to the middle because the guy that's supposed to be in the middle dropping now is recovered by a cover guy. You see what I'm saying?
But here's what I'm saying. And I'm looking at the team penalties as a whole. Like the Pittsburgh Steelers had 6 penalties for over 90 yards. At the end of the day, those penalties can cost you games. You are on the road, and I'm looking at the Steelers team. If you look at our history since my time to coach this team, penalties have been an issue with this football team. At some point in time, if you're on the road and your playoff life is on the line, certain offside penalties in certain moments of the game.
That's not why they lost that game.
I'm saying.
That's not why they lost the game. James Harrison came out a long time ago and said that he don't have control over his team, and he does not a good disciplinarian and all of that. But that's not why they lost the game on Sunday. They lost the game on Sunday because they lost to a better team. Number 1. Number 2, they should never went for it on that 4th down when it was up 28-24. And number,
I don't think that's a bad call.
And number 3,
it's a horrible call. That's why you'll never be a coach.
No, because at the end of the day, they need momentum. They're on the road.
Man, you throw the ball on 4th and 5 in a punt formation. And then you gave it away when you flexed the man out. I said, man, he about to go for it. It's about to be a fake punch.
Did you not see who made the tackle?
Craig Robinson.
Banjo.
Craig Robinson was the first one grabbed it.
But Banjo. What I mean by who made the tackle? If you go back and watch that tape, look at Banjo the whole time. Banjo is pointing. As soon as he go in flex, he points and he make an alert call right here, and the whole front shifts over to where Craig Robinson has is the guy that's in the free.
They spotted the play,
and that's a back. A trick play. Well, first of all, a lot of defense coaches will tell you there's no such thing as a trick play.
Okay, gotcha.
It's guys that don't do their job.
Correct.
When my guys do their job, like Banjo did, he flashed
spotted
it out. Mm-hmm. He alerted. Boom, the line shifts. Now the guy that's uncovered, who is Craig Robinson, has to do his job and is what? Make the one-on-one tackle. And then who came and sealed up the tackle for him? Banjo, the guy who started.
So what you're suggesting is they went for it on 4th and 5 with Big Ben. Put the game in your corner.
If you're gonna go, they shouldn't even win for it. They shouldn't even win for it. I'd have punted it.
Go for it with your best.
Not on your own 36-yard line.
Why are you trying to gimmick me? This is the NFL. It's not high school, college where
it's the league. It's the league.
I got more athletes than you. Look, even the sorry guy, even the guy
these are pro players.
Even the guy that's number 43 on the 43 game day roster can play ball.
Play ball. He's
so
good.
You it's not I'm an athlete. This guy.
They were looking to keep the ball in their hand. They're on the road.
So why take it out Big Ben hand?
Well,
if you're going to
say what you're saying, you'll do it. Keep it in Big Ben hand.
Punt the ball.
It's 28-24.
Punt the ball.
It's 28-24 on your own 38-yard line with 4 minutes left. Your defense was playing good that game. The defense was playing good. They were doing a good job. Drew Brees didn't have a touchdown pass until they went for it on that 4th down and gave him a short field.
Mike Thomas scored on the touchdown.
And what the Saints couldn't do against them.
We couldn't run the ball.
Couldn't run the ball. Guess what that's telling you about to happen? Drew Brees about to pass the ball. So for every time the ball hits the ground, guess what? The clock stops. I'm getting the ball back regardless.
Again,
and then
I think what he was thinking was, I want to keep the ball.
Now,
I agree. Keep the ball in Big Ben hands.
If the roles were reversed, if the score was 28-24 Saints, I can understand them going for it with 4 minutes left to go. You're up 4, and T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree and Tuitt was getting excellent pressure on Drew Brees all night long. They were doing a good job getting pressure on him. So I'm putting the ball away. I'm sorry, and a lot of people gonna say you want to punt the ball to Drew Brees and give this GOAT a shot to.
He at home.
Look, not on my. Now, if you was on the other side of the field, I probably would go for it. I'm not going for it on my own 38.
You had timeouts.
It's 4th and 5. If it was 4th and 1, 4th and 2,
you go with Big Ben.
I can understand going for it, but you can't go for that on 4th and 5. That was an idiotic play call.
That's on Tomlin. That's on Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, that might mess around and cost him his job.
That's on Tomlin.
It might mess. Even though I don't think he should be fired because Mike Tomlin is one of the better coaches in the NFL in my mind, but that might cost him a playoff berth if the Browns don't take care of business against the Ravens on Sunday, and they're gonna be out the playoffs. And I would not be surprised if that cost him his job.
To me, honestly, the game doesn't come, and it might sound crazy, doesn't come down to Drew Brees, doesn't come down to Michael Thomas, nothing. It came out to the guys that you normally wouldn't expect. It came down to your Craig Robinsons, your Von Bell, Teddy Ginn coming out healthy. Hey, what about the offensive line that was in flux?
Yeah, Teron Armstead came out with grabbing his pec.
Yeah,
you know
had to move Pete to left tackle.
And Pete was getting roasted.
You know what I'm saying? And
getting roasted.
He's not comfortable out there, but guess what? If the number one receiver on the line, everybody, this what it was. It was the team victory. Yeah, Drew Brees is gonna get the highlights. Yeah, Michael Thomas gonna get go get extra shine. Kamara gonna get extra shine. All the
they played a good team game. No one really outshined anybody else.
The headliners are always gonna get because that's what
Right.
You're gonna put them up. But this was the ultimate team game.
They won as a team.
Won as a team. Pittsburgh lost as individuals. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because see, they had the matchup they wanted. Marcus Lattimore, if you even go back to when he was in college, the people that he struggled with was the shorter route running wide receivers. Big wide receivers or guys that try to jump ball you and out athletic you, he's comfortable. That's why you see him. He'll walk down on Julio like it ain't nothing. And Julio is the best.
He plays Julio well.
Is the phenomenal freak.
He plays Julio. He plays Julio.
You know what I'm saying?
Mike Evans
had
a game or two against him. But
he'll catch a jump ball on him, and like Julio do it, he'll like, let's play again. AB is the monster that he didn't want to face because that's the guy that he's uncomfortable playing. And like G said earlier,
he like confidence.
It showed, but then also, I'm not gonna keep putting my team in that situation. You know, like the first of all, and then that's what I'm saying is you can't always blame the coaches on certain situations. Dennis Allen had a perfect play call. He had a bracket man with a zone over top of him, and both of them jumped down on a double move. How is that possible? Margaret, what is your problem coming down? AB gets the go ahead touchdown underverted.
That's when he did the chopper dance.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But hey, when you celebrate and try to draw more attention to yourself, be ready to take this egg, because look, contrary to popular belief, what Joe Hayden did was a pass interference. If you go by the rule of the book, when the ball's in the air, the DB is not allowed to extend his hand. Now, if that play is drawn 100 times, that's the one time that the flag is drawn.
No.
It just so happened for us and
against the Steelers and works in the Saints' favor.
The thing is, if you read the rule of the law
you're supposed to call it.
It's
a penalty.
You're supposed to call. That's what when the ball's in the air, you're not allowed. Either side is not allowed hand fight. But guess what? They do it all the time, and it's a judgment call.
And receivers get more slack for it than the DBs.
Because let's not be a fool. The NFL about making money.
It's an offensive league. Right.
It's
a points-driven league.
And in their mind, more people who not in tune with football is going to tune in to watch points where they're good defense. Because if you don't understand football, you look at a 3-9 game, a 6-9 game, like, man, this boring as hell. But somebody who, like me, who love football, like, man, this the best football game I've seen in
But
years.
if you're not a casual football fan, you look at the Chiefs and that Rams game as this is the best game I've seen in a long time. Why? Because both teams scored over 100, combined over 100 points. And if you don't know the game, guess what? That's exciting. That's ratings. That's business. And nothing wrong with that. We get that part.
But I think the key that nobody will ever talk about for this game was the play of Sheldon Rankins and Demario Davis off of each other. The whole, if you just go back, because see that was the beauty. I wasn't able to watch the game live because I was at Coach Gordon got married this.
He got married this weekend.
Okay.
So we was at the, you know what I'm saying. So we was at the wedding and we didn't start watching the game. We didn't watch the game because like you could tell all the men in the wedding reception. We was all in one corner with one phone, watching the Sheldon Rankins fumble. That's when we cut it off cut it on that drive.
Right.
And so so I got to go back and watch it. So especially when you know the outcome of the game, like all right, I can really watch the game. I don't have to watch as a fan. Let me put on my coach hat and
see what's going on.
Watch how them two they controlled the line of scrimmage. Big Ben was running for his life, and it was just that two-man game because you knew the Steelers had to have a way to block Cam Jordan.
Right.
But when Davenport came into his spot, he was going crazy. Even Okafor started showing that he's back healthy. This was a great win, not for the seating purposes in my eyes, but for me, it was more important because now you know what you got to do come this week.
I think that, when Dallas beat us a few weeks ago, I think they put out the blueprint of how to beat the Saints, and you see Pittsburgh try to take that same blueprint and play against us. You rush your
They ain't have the back end.
Right. You rush 4, maybe 5, and you play man to man. You be physical.
Right.
And that's gonna be something the Saints probably gonna face. If you smart, that's what you gotta go with. But everybody don't have the personnel to be able to do that. Pittsburgh did. Bud Dupree, T.J. Watt coming off the edge.
Correct.
To it. You know what I'm saying? You got people that can get pressure without blitzing. Okay? So going forward, like I said, that's gonna be something we're gonna have to be ready for. I hope our offensive line is intact and we healthy like Armstead, you know, they're gonna be a good 2 weeks for him to just get healthy, get that pec all the way 100%. You know, he got this week off, next week off, and I hope that when he come back for that divisional game, he all the way healthy.
Right.
We don't have to worry about putting Pete back in the left tackle, moving our offensive line around.
You can get some guys healthy.
And things like that. Because we got to be able to face people that's not blitzing and still be able to give Drew a clean pocket. We can't, we're going to be in trouble.
We got to do
trouble.
that. We got to do that with the whole offensive line. I think, to be honest, come out against the Carolina, you're going to see Drew Brees. I don't want to, but
So you saying you saw Drew Brees this Sunday or not?
Me personally, I wouldn't play him at all. But I knowing Sean, he's gonna play him, and just for one reason only. He just want Drew to get 4 yards. I wouldn't because if he get hit 4 yards, he extends his 4,000 yard passing record that he got.
Correct.
To me, if in a perfect world, you come out there, you call Drew favorite pass play, let him throw that one time, sit his ass down. I'm talking about you go get the Secret Service. you make him change, you bring him in the locker room, you make him change, and then you go put him in the press box up there with Gail. He don't get nowhere near the field. Teron Armstead, he don't need to show up to Poitras at all. He need to be on somebody's therapy table, getting worked out.
What about Kamara Ingram? Mike Thomas, do you play
Look, they went now. This is
You can't bench the whole team.
This is the problem with the 43-man
roster
game day rule. But my main thing is you can control Kamara and Ingram by not giving them the ball.
Okay.
You can control them. Like you can just line them up or just calling plays that just force them to go toward the sideline. Because this is the thing. That you gonna have the backup offensive line in there for the majority of the game.
Okay.
You cut Mitchell Owen and you cut Josh Robinson. You went signed 2 more offensive linemen to give you a full 5 for the second for your second unit. All right. So with that being said, all right, Pete don't need to suit up. Max Unger don't need to suit up. I know you can't sit everybody. Ryan Ramtrack is the healthiest one. Let him play. Let him play
Okay.
and keep him like look. Once you see how the game going, get him out as fast as you can. The thing that makes me nervous is because the side that pays for it is gonna be the defense. Cause you can't, like you said, you can't sit everybody. You got special teamers and stuff that you play. So Cam is gonna have to play. You cut Mitchell Owen to bring in some of the offensive linemen. So now Ayamada might have to play more. Davidson
Ayamada need the reps.
You know, Davidson might have to play more, and Davidson and Stalwart been playing lights out this past.
Is Bromley still on the roster? Bromley.
I don't
think
we
cut him?
I think we cut him.
I think
we've been cut him. Davenport, as much as I would love to see him get the reps, he's not 100% healthy. I would rather him in that playoff rough and let Trey Henderson just roll. But you know, I don't want Okafor out there that much either.
What you gonna say about a lot of people? It's the NFL.
It's the NFL. You're right.
DeMar Davis, sit him down, go let him play, put him in bubble wrap. Let Craig Robinson come play. Let Matt Teo play. Put Anzalone in double bubble wrap. And
certain guys, you don't need to see them come this Sunday, but you can't bench everybody like you said. Defense gonna suffer because you got special teams out there too.
So I mean, this is the Teddy Bridgewater show. I don't know who the backup running backs is. In the past, we had Lasco. We had like 2 or 3 other names back there. Is Williams on the team for us?
No, Jonathan Williams not on the team. No, it's
Robinson.
Boston Scott. We got
Robinson. I forgot his first name.
Yeah, number 32. Yeah.
You got Robinson. He a third string running back. I'm sure he gonna get a lot of burn.
So look. If you want another, cause see, as crazy as it sounds, I don't want Taysom Hill taking much snaps either, cause he changes the team.
He just changed the pace off as a player.
It's not even.
Just a player.
He's that energy guy for the team. Mm-hmm. Every successful team has one.
Yeah, but he got to get snaps. And I'm not saying that
he ain't got to do shit, but make it to the division. Cause see,
I think what I'm saying is that he is intricate as he has been for this team throughout the regular season. Again, it goes to the whole point of you can't bench everybody.
Right.
So at some point in time, he's going to need the snaps because at the end of the day, if you're trying to think about how to bench Kamara, how to bench some of the guys who are, do you think, more valuable offensively, then he has to be an intricate part on that offensive day on Sunday. I want to bench him too, but somebody got to play.
But having White uptown makes defensive coordinators plan more for already potent offense, and knowing his injury history, I don't want his ass to go out there and then he gets hurt and like fuck.
I don't disagree with you. I just think somebody got to play.
No, I'm saying you everybody got to play, but you got a limited. You know what I'm saying? Just put, like,
right.
All right, there's no need to see the Wildcat formation. There's no, if he's gonna be your special team guy, that'll be your special team guy. Look, once the game getting had, I don't care. Pull all your starters out. Don't be, and that's the only problem with Peyton. Peyton got that. I know I'm better than you. You talking that shit. I'm about to. He got that. I ain't backing down, and at the end of the day, you gotta do what the head coach say.
Right.
And let's say a player start yapping at him. Peyton is one of the few coaches that sit there and yap back. Man, I told you don't run that weak shit over there. All right, I'm gonna show you Mike. Get in there. Run it.
Right. I think it's gonna be
Ain't gonna be tripping. Ain't gonna be tripping. Like, dog, doing all that, it's Monday Night Football. You know the mic is high definition and everybody can hear what you're saying. Why you gotta do all that, man? Why you gotta do all that, bro? That's why this your last day. You better enjoy it while it's hot. Cause I'm telling you now, your last day is wearing the black and gold is upon you. Telling you now.
Well, listen, like I said, I would, as much as you can, obviously, the guys in Demario Davis, obviously Drew Brees, again, some people don't have to play. You got to monitor their snaps. That's just what it boils down to. Drew Brees, obviously, I'll have a series because if he doesn't have 4,000 yards, so be it. Give him the 4,000 after that. Listen, like you said, you're going upstairs by Gail. I want you to know what
I'm not giving him a series. He get one play, he get that 4,000, get out of there.
Yeah, out of there, game over. Certain key guys, I mean, again, I wouldn't be trying to focus on dressing. I just would. Carolina is on the third string quarterback. I think that Kyle Allen. I mean, I'm not saying I take it seriously, but what I'm getting at is this is not a game that you clinch the division.
That's a kid from Texas A&M, huh?
A&M,
crazy.
Well, I don't even know if he finished at Texas A&M.
No, he transferred to TCU.
He
transferred to TCU.
He went to TCU. He went to.
Him and Kyler Murray.
I forgot where he went to.
Him and Kyler Murray transferred.